Chef Talk with Kyle Cherek is brought to you by the following presenting sponsors: Mandel and the North End. For more information on these or other supporting sponsors, please click on the banner ads to the right of the Chef Talk episodes for links directly to their websites. Okay, Chef Bob, pork belly.
This is Wisconsin Berkshire pork belly. It's from a local farmer. We bring it in. It's grass-fed, vegetarian diet. I like it because it's...
That's where the little ribbies were?
It's not as red as Duroc pork. Mm-hmm. I find that tends to run a darker color. I like to have something that's a little bit more pale and more, I guess, to the customer's taste.
So what you're saying is pork is not the other white meat, because look at this. It's red and fleshy.
Yes,
and an untrained eye might confuse it with beef.
And there's other, or veal. I mean, you look at it and you have a coloration to it, and you get that in nice bacon, but you also see some of the bacon you buy at the store tends to run paler than that.
Yeah.
So this is a full belly. I split it so we'd be able to prepare it today for some cooked pork belly that we'll then finish a little bit later.
Yeah, hit me with the process, because there are gastropubby chefs out there that are just basically ordering some seasoned pork belly or not, throwing it in a hot pan, and then serving it to the rest of us.
Yeah,
and you go like the whole Encyclopedia Britannica A to Z.
I go a little bit further. I make sure that it doesn't curl. We do it in the almost more of the traditional Italian way. When it's cooked, it's called pancetta cotto, which is just cooked pancetta or cooked bacon. What we do is we take a quick cure, and I have some kosher salt and brown sugar, coriander, let's see, allspice.
And you learned all this from a dude that basically had the only legal USDA sausage shop in a restaurant in Chicago, right?
One of the few.
One of the few.
One of the few.
Yeah.
So we have some allspice, coriander, black peppercorn, and 3-to-1 kosher salt to brown sugar. Now you can see where there's a V here. That was a bone that was taken out.
Totally.
That bone I actually had taken out before I bought the product. Just makes it a little bit easier on my staff since we are taking a lot of steps already.
And I just want to clarify something. Pork belly is one of the biggest misnomers that people, it's not from the belly. If I'm the pig bent over, it's actually back here on the back. It's actually the back of the pig, not the belly of the pig. Very confusing. Still eat the bacon, don't get me wrong. Go on.
So we're going to take this and we start with a light salt cure. We want that touching the flesh. We take that, and what we do is we then take a bunch of herbs, garlic, and different items to get a little bit more flavor in that, because we're going to let this sit overnight.
So what you were basically doing was just rubbing into the flavor on top of the flavor.
Oh yeah, this is going to be good.
This is called double dog flavoring.
We have some bay leaf. We're going to put maybe, space it out. We're going to do like 6 to 8 of those. This is fresh bay leaf, not frozen. Not dry.
Right.
We have some sliced garlic. Some orange zest.
Oh yeah.
Good amount of orange zest. I'm a very big fan of citrus. You'll find that almost everything I cook.
Plus the way that it permeates through this pork, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, tell me one person who doesn't like citrus. I mean,
somebody with a cold sore? I don't know. Was that a challenge or?
Very few people have issues with fresh citrus.
Right.
Tastes fresh, tastes clean.
You can get lactose intolerance. There's very little citrus intolerance out there.
So we have some fresh thyme, some rosemary,
fresh rosemary is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. With basically pork and rosemary go together like coffee and cigarettes, Oreos and milk, French hookers and breakfast.
So we take this and we take our light cure. We go the fattier side down. We press down. We do the same on the other side.
And this is going to cure this puppy, and how long are you going to leave it like this?
We're going to leave it 8 hours to overnight. And then the next day we're going to rinse it for about an hour to 2 hours under cold water.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So why do you like to make this dish? Why are you putting it on the new menu in 3 spots?
Well, we have a beautiful Wisconsin product that we can take further and we can highlight it.
This from a guy who lives in Illinois, by the way, and is cooked mostly in Chicago.
The way the utilization works is nice because I can put it on more than one dish and we can use it.
Yeah.
And definitely, you know, focus on the fact that we're making it in-house. There's a lot of very nice salumi, I guess houses you'd call them, that we can buy our product from, but you know, if I can make it, I'm going to make it.
But you control the process too.
Exactly.
Plus, you trained under a master essentially, so you ought to be able to do this and play this flavor profile through in your restaurant.
Yeah, you want other people working under you to learn something. So we take this and we put another layer of plastic on top. Grab another similar container. Now you could do this at home with cookie sheets and a smaller piece of pork belly. You can stand on that if you want. We're gonna take that, so we let that sit overnight, and then we have this.
Then we have this. Through the magic of television.
Smell that.
That is so amazingly tangy, yummy, fragranty rosemary. But the sugars have come through.
Oh, it's
wow.
Now see the color difference. You get this when the salt hits it.
And it broke down the tissue so dramatically. That's soft, flavorful goodness happening there, man.
So you're going to take this and you're going to end up scraping off a majority of your marinade.
Right.
Now, if you're not going to reuse the oil that you're going to poach it in, which will be one of the next steps.
That was my next question. Can you reuse the oil?
You can actually put this in with your braise.
Okay,
But
sure.
because we like to reuse the oil here, which is a combination of olive oil, clarified butter, and duck fat, as well as pork braise from the day before.
I mean, seriously, you just put those three things on shoe leather and it's not going to suck.
Should fry panini in it.
This
it's
is
great.
really good pork.
This right here is the money. This oil right here. And I will use it about 3 times. I will rinse this for about an hour and a half, but I'll show you the process here with this.
This is actually the oil that took down the Shah of Iran. It wasn't the stuff that that OPEC was trading in. This is the stuff.
So we take this and we'll take another perforated pan and we'll put it with a light weight, not a can of tomatoes, but a little bit of water, and we'll put it in an oven at 300 degrees for approximately 2.5, 3 hours. Sometimes if it's running a little hot, we check it after about an hour. What we're looking through is that it's cooked all the way through, not falling apart. Pork belly, if you cook it a lot, will fall apart.
Yeah.
And you'll see that on some sandwiches at some restaurants where it's like shredded,
slightly
and
amateurish, and they just want to have pork belly on their menu because it's a trend. Yeah, and it's
and this
crumbly.
this is more of the way when you want a nice flat uncurled piece that has a lot of flavor that you don't have to go back and even season much afterwards.
Yeah.
So you take that and you'll end up cooking that, and then you take it out of the braise after it's cooked and you let it cool out to room temperature. Then you set up another pan with plastic. You put plastic on top and another top, and you weigh it. And you weigh it again overnight. So what happens is your cooked product...
This is the finished product right here.
Your cooked product runs extremely straight. You
Look
see
at
that?
all that gorgeous fat.
And it's all the way cooked through. You can take this and run this off the slicer now, and you can
We
it up
can eat
and then
this.
run it. You can eat that right now.
Will you cut me a piece?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can eat this. It's good to go. Oh yeah, right here, baby. Come to Papa. It's a little pork sandwich.
Makes a very good pork sandwich.
Oh. It's luxuriantly soft. So flavorful, like 3-4 layers. Give a little heat. Wow, that's great.
So I pre-portioned a couple of these out. Take a little clarified butter. You know what? We're not even going to use clarified butter.
You don't even need it at this point,
Well,
right?
since I've got this out,
Oh, the magic oil.
might as well take this. Get a little of that in the saute pan. Let that come up to heat.
Wow. Wow, dude. I love kitchens, professional ones, because I just had my knives sharpened, and they're really sharp, but that, it's like a laser.
So I'm just going to add a little pepper because honestly that has enough salt. I mean, when you cure it the night over and you do rinse it, you're going to have that carryover and it's going to permeate through the meat. especially since there's a high fat content and a high water content.
It's clean pork fat.
That's what you're looking for when you do a dried cured pancetta. Is the whiter the fat, the better the product.
Oh, look at that browning, that crispy browning
We'll
on
get a
there.
little bit more. There's a lot of fat on that one. I don't want to dry out the meat too much. So, in fact, we can drop a little bit of the oil.
So this is ridiculous because I was just camping and I just got the campfire smoke out of my hair and my clothes. And I'm going to come home tonight to my sweetheart and I'm going to smell like fried pork.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I'm just saying I
think
can't
that's
get away from
probably
it.
why I'm still married. So as we're frying this up, I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit.
Oh.
Actually, maybe just let it render out in the pan. Watch out there.
Sorry.
Don't
Sorry.
kill yourself.
Sorry, audio.
So what we're going to do here is, I think I have a towel that I can dry these out on. Do a little plating. On the new menu, I'm planning on doing this with a duo with sea scallop. But
Right.
for simplicity's
As a
sake,
light dish.
oh, it'll be one piece of pork belly, some sea scallop, a little mango and lemongrass coulis
Is that what you're doing right here?
right here.
So that's a lot of this. That's an interesting pairing because you've got that rich thickness of the scallops,
Yeah,
and
it's a
everybody
little
loves-
surf and turf.
Yeah, well, essentially, but a different kind of surf and turf. But then to go, it was a mango what curry?
Mango, lemongrass, coulis.
Coulis, oh coulis, mango lemongrass coulis.
We take a little white wine. We take some pickled ginger, a little bit of Fresno chili. We're gonna take these. We're gonna just drain them off some of that. Drain off some of that fat.
Some of that sizzle. You want me to pat them down, chef?
Yeah, beautiful. So, take that. And when you've got something that's got a higher fat content, it's very important that you think about what you're pairing with it.
Amen.
You want something crisp, you want something clean. A pickle doesn't hurt.
Oh no, pickles and pork as far as anything Southeast Asian.
So we have some
Coffee
pickled
and cigarettes. French hookers
ginger
and
pickled
breakfast.
cucumber.
You guys pickled these here too?
I did yesterday. We've
Right
got a
on.
little bit of pickled ginger juice, rice wine vinegar, honey, togarashi,
That one's kind of
little
crooked.
Fresno
I'm just
chili.
gonna...
Anyway,
get
we
rid of
finish
that.
this off. I have some chives and extra virgin olive oil. Just drop a little of that on there for a little color, maybe a little against the sauce. And if you can imagine that with the seared scallop, that will be one of the dishes that we'll end up having on the menu.
It looks damn good, and that's not how I thought it was going to turn out from reading your menu. Nice. There you go. The recipe's on the website. Chef Robert Druschitz of the Intercontinental.
Cheers,
Druschitz?
Cheers,
Who? Kozua?
Exactly.
That's Frankenstein, not Frankenstein. Intercontinental. The guy can cook.